Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning, February 22nd, and I'm in the Outer Banks. Ta-da! I thought this morning would be a great time for me to share a book with you that I picked up at one of the local bookstores. It's written by a woman who lives here in the Outer Banks. She writes a lot of really cool books about a lot of really cool ocean creatures. I picked Harry Horseshoe Crab today because yesterday I was walking along the beach and I came across two really awesome examples of horseshoe crab shells. Now there's nobody living in there anymore, but the shells are nice and hard and you can see very sandy. And that's one, and here's the other one. This one has little barnacles on it, which I thought was really awesome too. So I'm going to read this to you. You can enjoy it with your breakfast or your lunch, however you'd like to. Do that with your moms and your dads. Harry Horseshoe Crab, A Tale of Crawly Creatures by Suzanne Tate and illustrated by James Melvin. Harry Horseshoe Crab was a creepy, crawly creature. Harry had 5 pairs of walking legs and looked like a prehistoric monster. Everybody called Harry a crab. He looked like one, but he really belonged to a different family. His cousins were spiders, and his family was very old. Animals like Harry Horseshoe Crab lived on Earth millions of years ago, with the dinosaurs. Wow. Harry lived in a touch tank at an aquarium. It was there that he met Henrietta Horseshoe Crab. She was much larger than he. Every day, Harry and Henrietta crawled back and forth. They tried to climb the walls of the touch tank. Maybe they didn't like being here. I don't know. The children came to see the harmless crawly creatures. Sometimes they picked Harry up by his tail and left him upside down. But Harry could turn himself right side up with his long, sharp tail. Living in the touch tank made Harry Horseshoe Crab touchy. "I don't like to be picked up like that," he said to Henrietta one day. "It nearly wears off my tail." "Well, crawl over here by me," urged Henrietta. She had learned to stay at the back of the tank, away from everybody. "How smart you are," said Harry. "You are a real blue blood." Now, Harry and Henrietta did actually have blue blood. It was not red like humans. One day they decided at the aquarium to give Harry and Henrietta to the lab. The lab was a place where helpful humans took blood from horseshoe crabs. The blood was used to test medicines and save lives. It was very special. When Harry heard about the lab, he was scared. He didn't know what would happen to him there. But Henrietta said, "Don't be afraid. They will only keep us 2 days and they will be nice to us." She had been caught once before and taken to the lab. Henrietta was right. Helpful humans at the lab treated them well. They didn't even pick up the horseshoe crabs by their tails. After Harry and Henrietta had given their blood, came the nicest surprise of all. They were turned loose in the sea. Harry Horseshoe Crab was happy. He swam with Henrietta to a place called Tween Waters. "Let's look for shellfish," he said. Henrietta was hungry too, so off they went. They plowed along the bottom looking for little clams. But it was springtime, and Henrietta Horseshoe Crab was soon thinking other thoughts. "It's time to lay my eggs," she said to Harry. Harry knew that it was time for him to hitch a ride with Henrietta. So he grabbed her shell with his short and stubby front claws. The claws were like little hooks. Henrietta swam along with Harry in tow. Since she was larger, she could easily swim with him. They soon came to a beach and crawled ashore. Henrietta dug a hole in the sand and laid her eggs. It was important that Harry be there to fertilize Henrietta's eggs. That way her eggs later would hatch and little horseshoe crabs would begin life. Many other horseshoe crabs joined Harry and Henrietta on the beach. Waves washed up and the water was thick with eggs. Oh, who else joined them over here? You see who's coming down? Some predators want some yummy eggs for breakfast. After a while, Harry and Henrietta swam back to Tween Waters. Henrietta decided to rest on the bottom. Harry, however, was hungry. "I think I'll look for food around 3 Islands," he said. "See you later." Then Harry Horseshoe Crab scooted across the shoal to search again for shellfish. I know that if any of you ever get down to the beach by Playland, Rye Beach, there are a lot of horseshoe crabs down there that you would actually be able to see in the water, which would be a cool experience. I hope you guys are having a really wonderful vacation, whether you're home or somewhere else. Share some photos of what you've been doing this week, and I cannot wait to see you on Monday. Bye-bye.